Not that late. Just 3 p.m. How are you doing? Yeah, it's emo time. Yep, for 1 or 2 days. Hopefully 1, but maybe 2. Because I've been really slow. Been really slow offline with my offline work the past 2 days or even 3 days. So, we're here to catch up with that and be productive. So I made a big list because I was all confused. It's hard to get back in this giant commission. I mean, it's hard to manage around a commission this big, period, for sure. It's a little nutty. So I made a list of all the sketches we've done already, the ones that we haven't done. Then I assigned characters to them because there's 3 total. There's a mini Hannah girl character. There's the main cat, but there's a second cat that wants like 3 emotes just to exist. So I had to assign some ideas for these characters and take some notes for what doesn't make sense in her giant commission. You ask your questions later. It's so much. Woo! I'm a little eager to be done with this just because I don't want to drag something that can be so hard to manage. You know, if something comes up, a huge gig that I shouldn't miss out on, I would have to decline because I have this going on. So I'm a little eager to get this done, but I know it will take a while. So what's happening with this commission is either today or tomorrow we'll be done with all the sketches, at least the ones that I know what to do with. There's like a dozen emotes and I'm like, what's this emote concept? And I have to ask my client questions about it. And then she will probably take a while to answer with some comments about the whole thing. Hopefully she will like most of them, so that's not like an extra week of work. And then after that, she needs to finally make a decision, the hard decision about the colors of this mascot. So what mascot, what color is she gonna choose for this mascot? And yeah, we've already showed her a bunch of ideas. I have a main concept. Oh, they're not here anymore. Yeah, they're on another file. I showed her all of my concepts, my suggestions, my deepest suggestions, my Discord's votes. The great sketches look good. I'm super glad to hear. Thank you. It's awesome to hear. I wanted to make them convincing looking, kind of finished. They're a lot more finished than what I usually do, right, for my sketches. It's because the order of things is a little different this time. I have to show her the sketches before we color it, because we don't have a color. So the sketches need to be a bit more convincing than usual. Normally the sketches are just for me, so I don't care how they look. Yeah, now they're clean, they look like my final designs minus the color. So that's... But the good thing is it's not wasted work, the extra work I put on the sketches. It's work I would usually do with the colored versions at the end and just try to polish the rest. So yeah, the last phase will be... I know I'm gonna wait. He needs time to think, so yeah, I need 2 days to finish the sketches. The next 20 sketches. 20, come on, I can't do this. 20! And then she'll take a while probably to make me do some edits on them and wait some more for her to choose the color. But once she will choose the color, I think it's gonna go really well. Those sketches are like final designs worthy. We'll just need to make a clean line work over them, color them, boom, it's done. You know, it's gonna be a speedy process. I think the second half. This is the hard half of the job for sure. The whole sketching and designing phase and adjusting them after that for her. So I'm making them as best as I can so that there won't be too many adjustments to minimize the extra work. Thank you, Ro! And welcome, new friend that followed earlier. So it's overwhelming, but not too bad. I'm glad we've done this much already. It's helpful. That's just like 40 sketches though, out of what, 89? Hi Vinos! Yep, art today, and Elden Ring probably the rest of the week. I'm gonna go destroy the game probably tomorrow. So that's half of the total designs. But yeah, we're making 20 more today and maybe tomorrow too, if I'm not done today. And then what's left? There will be 7 more emotes that I have in my list that I don't know what they are, so I need to like inquire about it. And then there's the tier 2 and 3 emotes that she hasn't chosen yet. Oh, and then there's the animated emotes. Yep. So basically another 20 emotes that we kind of have to leave for at the very end or whatever. It's hard to manage, but one thing at a time. One thing at the time. The important thing to me is that next week... Hi Faltish! Hi Vinos! Next week I want to really start working really hard on my new YouTube project, the Elden Ring one, the Elden Ring animation. The unofficial project that I really want to do. That might be very good for my YouTube channel. But I need to be done with either this gig or Elden Ring by next week if I want to have time for that. Because it's gonna be like a full-time job working on that video for like 2 months and a half. So my goal is to finish these sketches, show them to my client, and then my job is done here for a while until she responds, right? That leaves me a couple days to just blast Elden Ring streams, have a lot of fun. You know, and I could be done maybe with Elden Ring by next Monday or so. I won't rush it. I'm just gonna have a lot of streams in a row of Elden Ring. Because yes, Elden Ring and this commission are taking a lot of my time. So if I'm done with Elden Ring, that opens up a couple days a week for me, and then I'm gonna work full time during these days on that project. I'm so glad you think so, Roll. I'm excited for this project. I think I have the whole skill set to make videos like that, as I realized, because I've done stuff like that in the past. I've used like 2D flash animation a lot in the past, and everything else, you know, I make music, sound effects easily, storytelling kind of thing, and I have already a huge list of funny scenes to add, so the humor I think won't be a problem for me. I'm very excited for this project. I'm just worried time-wise what it's gonna look like. What if it takes me like freaking 6 months to put it out and then I have like 5 views? If I go through the thing, I think it will be good. I have a good vision for it. I think I know how to do that. I'm just worried about the beginning. Once I'm past the beginning and I get comfortable with designing the scenes in Adobe Animate, I'm gonna feel better and start having a lot of fun with this project. But just the beginning, getting back into this style of, well, I'll have to choose an art style first and like this kind of thing. Once I'm past the beginning, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, people watch animations. You're absolutely right. This will be probably the project that has the most chance to succeed so far on my YouTube channel. Into painting digitally. That's awesome, Faltish. Are you gonna do it? Do you have a drawing tablet? Especially emotes. That's so funny. Every time I find this funny. The new resurgence of appreciation for the emote art medium. I don't know. It's very... Emotes became a very unique form of art, it seems, and it's more and more hyped around Twitch, as older emote artists are kind of over it. and want to get into other things with art like me. But it's so popular. People love them so much that that's why I'll be continuing on making them for sure. Even if my art YouTube channel succeeds and it becomes like a main job, I'm still gonna make emotes for my OG clients. I'm still gonna be in the scene. I won't do full-time emotes anymore, like maybe a year from now. But I'm definitely going to stay in the scene. You know, I've done that since the very beginning, so and I have so many people, my clients, loving the work we've done over the years that I don't want to just leave that behind. I like what it does for the community. It's awesome. And it's a very unique thing to do. Yeah, I won't quit on emotes. Not anytime soon. I will just take less emotes commissions in favor of doing YouTube content and art projects a bigger size in the upcoming years. That's all. I'm at work right now, but I can't wait to talk Elden Ring with you. Top 3 games. I'm so happy you think like that, Venus. I hope that you can watch some of my playthrough though of Elden Ring. That would make me happy. But absolutely, we're gonna talk about it. Do less for more money. Yeah. That's what happens. When, yeah, if I have another gig that's a full-time job like YouTube, I might have to up my prices for emotes so that I make less for more. That's very true, that's kind of how it works. I've been stalling on raising my prices for like 2 years now. It's just, I could make a lot more money with my emotes, so I could make so much more money. But there's a comfort in my style, the way I manage my business, working with my friends, working with the same clients. I know I would lose a lot of them if I would raise my prices a lot. I would get the same amount of work, but from new people that I don't know, that might be annoying to work with. I have a huge comfort right now with just working with the same people since years and years and years, the same friends, so I don't really want to blast my prices. I'm already charging more than everyone, you know, like most people on Twitch, because I've been there so long and established. But I know that emotes are worth even more than that. I know the true worth of artwork in general. But it just feels off raising it more than that at the moment with how I do my business. We'll see though. I'm sure I'm gonna raise them at some point when it feels right. I'm glad you're excited overall for the animation. We're still gonna do that, and you're so right. If you finish it, you'll definitely get views. I do have a lot of hopes for that. Just like you have noticed how popular animations are on YouTube. You know, people like going on YouTube, they need value, they need something easy to watch. And animated things, what's better, what's easier to watch than that? Just like a funny comedic animation. Yeah, you just get sucked in immediately and it's fun. I've seen many channels that are like kind of newbie artists, really, with cheap animations. Barely any value, and they still do amazing. So yeah, hopefully if I spend the work that I will spend on, it's gonna do something good for my channel. Hopefully it just sends my channel to another area where I could continue making content like that and succeed. And the cool thing is, you know how I have these other ambitions with my YouTube channel, like storytelling content and even horror content. Well, it seems like if my comedic animations would work a lot and be like a main thing to drag people to my channel, I could still have side series eventually. Not yet, you know. I would milk it. I would create maybe like, I want to create a community around my YouTube channel at some point. But I could have a side series with a horror version, a horror vibe, something different, something just that I like. But since it could be also like animations, could fit the theme of the channel, just art and animated videos. All right. You have pneumonia. I hope you recover soon, Fatish. Thanks for stopping by and go rest now. Really hope you get back into shape soon. Checked all your YouTube videos today while sick. Oh. Yeah, those are still the most popular videos on my channel. Tutorials do so well. Yeah, this year one of my plans was making more videos like that. But this big idea, this big animation project makes so much sense right now for this year. And I feel like even if I'll be too late and it's gonna come out in 3-4 months, I still think it's gonna do well. It won't be too late. So yeah, this is the thing I gotta do. If it doesn't work, I'll go with my initial YouTube plan of making tons of tutorials and stuff, just to grab that initial audience and then force feed them my content that I actually care about. But first you gotta do what they want, the tutorials and stuff. But yeah, we'll see. If that video really works well, it's like I'm bypassing the annoying informational content and go straight to entertainment, which is what I want. See? Serazi, bruh. Yes. Some good old Dead Cab. Yeah, this is my OG stream playlist from many years ago. I still cherish that playlist number 1, playlist number 2. I haven't been listening to them as much since the DMCA stuff. I've been more wary and scared. For some reason I'm more daring lately with my playlists. At least I'm not playing some Billboard type of music, you know, and Drake and Kanye shit. Love that Cab. I played a lot of their songs with my guitar around bonfires with my friends. Good stuff. It's good stuff. Serazi, bruh. You know, when I see the name Seraz, just Seraz, S-E-R-A-Z, it was the name of my main character in Diablo 2 that I played for years and years and years. It took years to grind to level 99 in that game. It was such a grindy game. It was so... it felt like a Korean game. It was so grindy. I played it for years, and it was pretty crazy when I reached level 99. Sorceress. Yep. So for years my internet name was Seraz because of that sorceress. And once I joined Twitch, I switched it. I thought, yeah, maybe it's time to switch from something. Yeah, I wanted to switch to something different. I joined Twitch. Drawing for fun is the best. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun making this video, and I know I'm gonna have a lot of fun. Starting it from scratch and realizing that it's funny, it's good, big project. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I'll have to make a video after that and like unpack the whole project a little bit. That's a big project. This is fact, not fiction. Since beta round got big, huh? Yeah, once the video launches, I'll have to be ready. to have some eyes on my channel. Set up my Patreon, that kind of thing. But yeah, hopefully these videos too, if they all work, and this year's the year with YouTube. Yeah, hopefully I managed to bring some of them to Twitch, and then we just start making fun art content. I could even animate on Twitch. The next project, right? That could be super fun. Good way to milk my content, my time. And you know, some of these Elden Ring funny scenes, I could chop them up, throw them individually on TikTok. But first things first, I really need to make these 20 sketches today. 20 sketches is today's goal. And then I would have like 7 more that I could do just like offline tomorrow evening or whatever. So the goal is like to play Elden Ring tomorrow, and then until it's done. Basically, I would just stream it every day until it's done this weekend and the rest of the week, which is gonna be fun. On Sunday morning. Hi, Pie. Thank you, Pie. It's a great day. It's just a delayed day. I'm just super late. My schedule sucks, and I really want to fix it, and I will. Yeah, that's one thing I have to do right now, fix my schedule a little bit. And I have to go get my 4th freaking vaccine shot, because I'm immunosuppressed because of my meds for Crohn. So it's recommended that I get the shot, especially since we're traveling to Florida in 4 weeks. I gotta do the thing. Oh, Sarah, it's also, thank you for the raid. I just noticed. I'm here from Florida. We're gonna go. I don't even know the cities. Let me check. Actually. We're gonna be on a small resort-style peninsula where Crystal's grandma lives. It's close to a decently big city though. Let me try to see which one. I don't know. Wow, I don't remember. Yeah. The grandma will only be able to live there for a couple of years more because she's getting old and she's there because of work, but eventually she'll move back to Pittsburgh, so I want to take the opportunity to go on her nice resort. Apparently on one side of her peninsula you have the Atlantic Ocean, and on the other side you have the whatever sea, the whatever sea. So it's a pretty cool thing. The Gulf of Mexico, right. So Atlantic and then the Gulf, something like that. Where is it? So you can see like both oceans, and you can see dolphins apparently from her freaking place. So yeah, that's gonna be really cool to visit. I'm excited. Just don't remember what's this closest like known city that's nearby that we're gonna visit at the same time. I really don't. It's gonna be my first time in Florida. I'm probably gonna die. I will melt. I've been to California. I was absolutely like dying because of the heat. I arrived there. Californians had sweaters, and I was absolutely dying in my t-shirt and shorts as a Canadian. And that's dry heat. Imagine that heat with humidity in Florida. That's hell. Why would you ever live in Florida? I don't get it. Yeah, the California's heat, like LA's heat with humidity. Nah, no. Yeah, that's the thing. When I went to LA, like at Disneyland, I thought, okay, it's like 90. It was like 94 Fahrenheit that day, which is insanely hot. And you would think, as a Canadian, I could not survive in this temperature, but actually, the fact that it was dry makes the whole difference. Because when it's hot here in Canada during summer, I consider it even hotter than how it was like 94 that day in California because of the humidity. It's such an important factor to feeling disgusting when you're hot, right? That's the humidity. So over there, in the shade, you would feel fine. There's no humidity. I can only imagine the combination of humidity and that heat though. Oh boy. It's funny how Florida has always been a very popular destination for French Canadians. Even when I was a kid, every boomer would every winter they would visit Florida for a week. I think it's like a close and cheap travel destination for a winter vacation. What's up, Justin? State-wise, you're just above. I don't know how to do this. It's so overwhelming, this commission. It's hard to just start. So she wants a food emote, so I made that, right? And also it's for like their cooking streams or whatever, I assume. But she also wants a chef's kiss emote. But then I'm like, a chef's kiss emote would be so much better with the chef hat. But then that's 2 emotes with the chef hat. But is that a problem? Probably not. Probably not a problem since they do cooking streams. Hi, 2P Frog. Kind of nice to be live today. I did not expect to come live today. I thought my next stream was going to be Elden Ring, but I'm glad we're able to blast a little emo's stream before the Elden Ring marathon. Crystal is streaming a big game today. She's been a 1,300 views Andy today, all day. It's the finale of her Danganronpa game. I love how she caught the RPG scene, and this game is not a new game, and so she plays Dark Souls, she'll have like 300 views, and then she plays one of these RPGs with a huge fandom. Boom, she's over 1,000. She really caught the attention of that audience, which is smart. So now she's been having over 1,000 views with games like Persona 4, Persona 3, and Danganronpa, which are all old games. So imagine, now that she has the audience for all of these game series, imagine when there's going to be a new title for Persona, or for Danganronpa, or for Undertale. She's gonna pop off. It's like building towards popping off. I always say Crystal, business-wise, she does everything 100% optimal. There's no way she won't succeed on Twitch. There's no way. Well, she's already there, you know, but I know she can do even more. Yeah, the fact that she gets these viewers on older games now, older variety games, that just says how much successful her streams will be once these series have a new title coming out. So Persona 6, when is it coming? At the end of this year, I think. That's gonna be her moment, I think. She'll be getting these 2,000 viewers. How many petals does a daisy have? Oh, a lot. Okay, I need to cartoonify that. You know what I learned recently? Blew my mind. You can't have a flower with an even number of petals. It's always an odd number. Unless it's an anomaly. So now every time I look at pictures of cartoon flowers, I'm like, ha! You failed. When they have an even number. Yeah, it's not too far off. Is it 2022? Confirming? Yeah, Crystal's doing amazing. We're both gathering house money while we live in this very cheap little apartment. There's literally 2 rooms in this apartment. What makes up for it is the area, Ottawa. Ottawa has been treating us nice. We have the river and the beach very close by. We're close to my family, my parents. It's a really nice area. And also in a nice little building here for apartments. It's the best landlord I've ever had. When I was in Montreal, I never had a good professional landlord like that. So it's a great place. It's just small. Crystal is in the living room, which is tied to the kitchen, and I'm in our bedroom. And it's my little personal space until bedtime. So this room is like my room. So there's literally 2 rooms. And we're just deciding to stay here until we have enough money to buy our dream home. So we're gonna go from like level 1 apartment to, you know, level 100 house. It's gonna be a big leap, a big, awesome, exciting leap. From a tiny apartment to our optimal house. And we won't go cheap. We'll get a really nice house. We just won't get it in a very expensive area. We won't get it in Montreal. Because for the same price of a condo in Montreal, you get a freaking mansion outside of Montreal. So let's just get the nice house outside of Montreal. Well, that's the beautiful thing about not being tied to a job, a local job. You know, like people that work inside of Montreal, they're stuck there. But we work from home, baby. We work from home. So we can just live outside of Montreal and then drive to see our friends whenever we want. And drive in to play D&D at some friend's house. I can drive in at the best time to avoid traffic. Go grab some of the best Saint-Viateur bagels, the best bagels in Montreal. In Montreal is it's a mini New York. Right? Montreal is fantastic. There's a lot of unique things that you won't find out there outside of Montreal. So lots of reasons to visit often if you can, if you live close by. So we're changing something here. She doesn't want the little horns. Also get a little flower on the side. Kind of daisy. Let's see how many petals. That's an even number. No! No! Damn, it's kind of hard. Alright. Hi, Remy. Doing fantastic. How are you? You're still done streaming? Alright. Since the invention of the internet, it's crazy how much the artist scene improved drastically. I don't know if people realize that every single one of us is a lot more advanced than any Renaissance artist. Easily. That's just because we have so much access to techniques for studying, and also just so many images. We see art images every single day, and we learn so much from that. They didn't have that at all. They just had people coming in front of them to draw, and that's it. Like, no outside reference. We have a million references a day coming from the internet. That's why we see so many people that are like freaking 17 years old coming out of high school, and they're so good at digital art, and I'm like, what the fuck? Well, they've been exposed to the internet the whole high school, and so many image references, and it's yeah. So everybody's good at art now. But there's another thing though. Sometimes I wonder if I just think that because I'm surrounding myself. Well, my Twitter is just full of artists. Come from my perspective, I feel like, oh my god, everybody's so good at art. It's so hard to compete or be on that level or exist in that scene, in that same world as every other artist. But is it just because I'm following all of the best artists out there on Twitter and all of my feed is just like amazing art? I don't know. Obviously there's a lot of professional artists out there. It's like when I was a musician. I felt like everybody played guitar. Everybody was good at guitar. Was it because I was surrounded by many musicians because I was one? Like, how many do you guys personally, how many professional artists do you know in your IRL environment, or how many professional musicians do you know? Is a good question to ask. It might be just a feeling that I have because without realizing it, I surround myself with so many artists. And then I feel like that everybody is so good at art that it's threatening. You don't know a single artist you didn't meet on the internet. So it could be a hub thing, right? It's just the artists from all over the world are gathering into hubs on the internet, making me feel like we're billions of artists of that level or whatever. It really makes me feel like half of people in high school are getting into art and like everybody's good at art. But it could be a hub thing. Interesting role. Hmm. And no problem, Justin. Go do your thing. Thank you. I'll be there for a while. Yeah, I've made so many artist friends in the past 2 years. It's awesome. I like how close I'm becoming to some of them too, like Ugu Bear, for example. She sent me so much support 2 weeks ago. It's fun to become friends with people in the same space that really get the job that I do. And yeah, I follow so many artists. Half of them are Asians, super mega talented artists. But they might all be they they are all professionals. I mean, it's all their living. You know, my whole feed my whole feed is art that is more advanced than mine. Some days it's motivating, some other days it's demotivating. Because it reminds me how much work I need to do still to get on that level. It's mostly a good thing though to follow all of these artists. It's a very good thing because I'm exposed to so many different art styles. It's a way for me to learn which one eventually will be my favorite art style that I can just focus. I'm still on that journey, figuring out what will be my style that I will pursue. Right now I'm known for my little cartoony style, which will match probably my animation style, like art style for my videos. Like that Elden Ring video. They won't be chibis, but it will be the same style of like cell shaded characters. I'm sure that a lot of the expressions that I will do will be very much influenced by my emote art because that's what it's made for. Like the thick outlines, I'm sure I will stick to stuff like that. But it's a weird thing because I know if I start working eventually on my serious webtoon series, I bet the art style will be drastically different. It might be just like classic inking, like manga type of inking, just completely different. So I keep wondering, should I practice art with outlines, just very polished, very beautiful? Um, should I, or should I go with the kind of 3D looking art without outlines that everybody does for games like League of Legends and World of Warcraft art? It's the trendy art style to go for now for professional artists, concept artists. But it might be a trap for me to spend years getting good at that art style. if that's not what I'm ultimately going to make in my content. I'm very attracted to the simplicity of just black and white inking in manga form, especially for those horror mangas and stuff. I love that, like the Shinjo Ito horror style. It's like I look at that and I'm like, oh hell yeah, that could be me, you know. It's hard to not get into traps. It's hard to not knowing exactly what style to practice for myself. I'm just saying, yeah, that super detailed painting style for League of Legends art that looks like 3D and very digital. It's a very impressive style. People love that. And it takes a lot of practice to get there. So I have to ask myself, do I want to get there? Is this the style that I'd like to make? But it's so different than what you would see in a manga book. It's a completely different field, really. So these are the big tough questions I have to ask myself next. I see people taking the line art, the manga, or the art styles with line art, and they take it to a very elevated level that is just as impressive, but still stays around the rules of line art. And you have people that go in the middle too. Some line art, some not. Yeah, it is a tough question. What if I focus a lot on that 3D style and then I find myself wanting to make an illustrated novel and make my own like Berserk? I would be very far behind now in the inking practice and fundamentals of inking, and I would have to learn tons of manga design classes. Yeah. So the question I have to ask myself is, what are my ideals for my future projects like that? And then just work towards that, really. So far so good, because I'm just following generic digital art classes with anatomy and all that stuff, design, character design. This is all perfectly required for all of it. But after that, I'll have to focus a little bit more. I'm thinking of doing a manga class. Well, specifically making like manga books. Do you know, like people that want to make DC comics, for example, they would study like American comics, comic book making for sure. There's a lot of rules, a lot of things to know. There's like animation, you have to study animation, there's so many rules. Otherwise, you'll be an amateur your whole life. So I'm probably gonna do that to make a manga comic, because if I don't take 100% the manga comic style, it's gonna be definitely influenced by it, and I want it to be influenced by it for sure. So if I make webtoons, they'll be like manga influenced, and I need to know the fundamentals. So after this class, I'm getting a very professional manga comic tutorial. And yeah, every day I see all different art styles on the spectrum on Twitter in my flow, and I'm like, damn, they're all amazing. Which one is mine? I would say the ones that speak the most to me are manga paintings with a rough brush style. Illustrations with rough brush styles speak to me a lot. And the other ones are clean manga inking, like Shinjo Ito. Those are my two favorite styles so far. So I don't think I will be someone who makes 3D looking art, the classic game digital art style. I think I will leave that to everybody else that pursuing that, which is most artists. If I'm someone who likes something a bit more traditional, I should aim for that. That's my current train of thought. What do you mean by they are illustrators? Do you mean that there's a little distinction to make between like an illustrator and like a manga artist in the like different form of art? A comic book, I mean. There's a huge difference between animators and illustrators. That is for sure true. One can do both, but it's two different kind of form of arts. Let me see. Do I need to get off camera to like maximize the comfort and brain power right now? It would help me a bit, I think. Get the work done. Half your stuff is an announced project under NDA. Yeah, for sure. Well, they make... I mean, I follow a lot of concept artists. They make their own concept art too for social media. But I know what you mean with eye candy. That's a point with the eye candy stuff. I guess a lot of artists put their most eye candy stuff on there. But I'm just saying I've seen it work, like classic manga inking type of work, just posted online. That itself is a beautiful style that people can enjoy. It just seems weird to focus on both. Someone doing big digital art, 3D paintings, and also inking line art. I don't know. Gotta focus a little bit. It's always nice to have a brand. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I should aim for what will be good for my future storytelling projects. And I'm sure that I can make that style interesting enough for social media. I mean, people even like sketches on social media. I think someone we would always compare ourselves to is like someone like Sam does art. Look at his work and you're like, God damn, it's popping off so much. Is this something I'd like to do? He spends most of his days drawing girls in that style. That's awesome, P Meister. Just specialist in that little thing. Yeah, at least I got my style down for emotes and little cartoon art. But the rest will shape up as I get into my other projects, I think. The animation, we don't know yet. We'll see how my videos do. I don't see myself going full, like, professional animator, you know? I think for videos like the Elden Ring thing, they just won't take themselves too seriously. The quality will be in the global thing more than in the individual animations. I don't really want to go study animation to pursue that on YouTube. I'm even very cool to make my even horror series eventually very minimal frames in animation. They'll be more like illustration based, which will also be closer to the comics will make. That's true.
I might want you, but I can tell that you were bad for me. Death for me, death for me.
Coffee!
I don't trust you.
Wow, great content, Dom. Great content.
Just one taste and I want more. Bite into your rotten core.
I need an image reference for my cat.
Don't need consequences to learn my lesson. Don't need shattered pieces to find protection. You think I'm tempted 'cause you're calling. I answer you, but I'm not falling.
That's our boy. I'll get them on the other monitor for now. Yeah, so many different specialties. Yeah, that's the thing with me. I'm persistent and passionate, but I'm not very smart. I don't know, I don't like business smart. It's so hard for me to make decisions or to understand why I should make certain decisions or shouldn't take other routes. I complicate my life a lot. Like, I should ask these questions, like, why would I study big, insane 3D illustrations? What's the end goal? Do I want to just make artwork prints for companies? Is that the end game for me? I'm like, not really. I would rather do my illustrated stories. I want to tell stories. So that's a different field. Go study manga, inking, comic book making. Right? God damn it. Yeah, it's probably where my art is gonna go in the next few months. So, well, like I said, I'll finish studying this class and then get into the manga comic one. I'll have to learn inking and those techniques, how to work with like black and white. Yeah. So I might end up doing these cheap but cute fun animations on YouTube, and have the other side where I might make some comic style advanced drawings. So far, you know how every artwork that I've made for Etsy or YouTube, completely a different style. I think it's fine to explore, but it's interesting. My favorite ones so far were my favorite one by far is the Dark Souls one. And for this one, I used like a special weird brush, and I used a very rough, sketchy style of painting with no outlines. And for some reason, I enjoyed that, and it's everybody's favorite print. Which that is a different style than the one we talked about with the clean inking manga style. It's so different. But I enjoy that one too. Life is hard. My whole childhood was like, what do I want to do for a living? Something creative. Music, writing, art. And who would have thought that once you choose art, there's one out of a million styles to choose and field to choose. That's been my challenge the past few years. My time is so spread out. I work on so many things that I don't know. I hope that just one of them will succeed, so that I don't have to do the other ones as much, and then I can just go hand on the one that succeeds. That's what I'm hoping with my YouTube channel right now, with those ambitious ideas. If my YouTube does really well, I won't have to make as many commissions. I won't have to think so hard about what to put on my Etsy store. I would be able to just focus on YouTube as a main gig. Everything else is just bonus. Then I would start my project on webtoons. That's the goal. I just want to be good enough. By the time I reach the webtoon project, I want to be just fairly advanced. Alright, we got one sketch out of 20, let's go. And that post that I made yesterday for Valkyrie has a lot of views than my drama post from 2 weeks ago. A lot more likes. That's funny. Valkyrie is so popular now. She beats any drama. Because yesterday, Valkyrie reached out to me. She was asking me, "Hey Dom, do you still have the files for the Ray Lewd emote?" I'm like, "You bet I do!" I sent her all of the emote files in a Dropbox folder. And then she was showing some of our old emotes on her stream and asking them which one are we putting on Reddit our place. You know, the place thing that's been happening. And they chose the Ray stab with the knife. So they tried to put that on place. And it was really funny. It was because before they could finish the emote on our place, it was the end of that whatever it was, that event, and Reddit started deleting the whole thing. So it was over. So that's all we had time to do. I don't have the time to explain what is our place, but if you know what it is, yeah. The community tried one pixel at a time to draw the our old Ray stab. So it's pretty funny. And it looks, holy shit! And Ray responded to it. We really tried last minute. Just the result. Yeah, so that tweet popped off because of Ray responding to it. It's funny. Forgot how much I like this band. They're so chill. This is Fleet Foxes. Super chill acoustic band, I love them. Yeah, this playlist. I'll have to try the playlist number 2 sometime, but that's definitely the most nostalgic one. The first one with like 600 songs. My problem is always that once in a while, some of these songs get deleted from YouTube if they were posted by not the official band. Then we just lose that playlist over time. But I don't know, there's still like 600 songs. So most of it is still there, I guess. Have you ever thought like how your life could change or your dreams could be affected if you lost like a hand or something? I remember I was working in a grocery store when I was 16. I was working in the meat section, and the safety guidelines were not very well respected. And I remember they said, "Oh, you can use this metal glove to like use that little saw. It's like a little spinning saw that would cut in a second." How do you call it? Well, like a chicken leg is basically two parts. I don't know the how they're called in English. It's the drumstick and whatever the other part, like the thigh, whatever. You would cut it in half to create two different pieces, and you would saw off like tons of them. It would be so easy to cut off a thumb, to cut off a finger, so instant, boom. and you don't even feel your hands because you're working with frozen shit. So I could do that without even noticing, because your hands are like half frozen, and that glove was like 5 times too big for me, and I don't even know if it would have stopped. Like, I don't know. Yikes. So I was working and I was thinking of that. It's like, damn, for that minimum wage job where I'm paid like $7 Canadian and 98 or so, I could just lose fingers and never be able to draw again or to type or whatever. It's crazy. I thought of that. Like, shit, it's so not worth it. So I started being really careful. You know, going fast while 100% caring about safety. I was wearing that stupid oversized metal glove. And yeah, like the other guy was saying, like, you can use it if you want. I don't, and you don't have to. Like, they're telling me I don't have to use a glove. Jesus. So easy to cut the finger there. I cut my fingers many times while being a chef at a restaurant, but I never had like an easy chance like that to cut off a whole ton in a second because my fingers are frozen. I don't. Yeah. Also, I kept freezing my hands and unfreezing them in like lukewarm water or hot water, constantly. It's so bad for my hands. I thought, Jesus, like, I could easily do some permanent damage on my hands. And I knew at that point that they were my life. At that point, I still wanted to be an artist. That's before I switched to music for 10 years. So thankfully, I took care of my hands, because today I'm back to being an artist. So thank you, young Dom, for being careful. Shout out to 16-year-old Dom. That was silly. Hard to make that Pepe look like a cat. Because the shape is what's funny about it. I don't really want to change the shape too much. So yeah, Malak would be different if I cut thumb, cut finger. Yeah. Fingers are my whole life. Because music and art are everything to me. But I know for a fact that if I would lose a hand due to, I don't know, some degenerative disease or anything like that, I know that I would just immediately go back to just writing, because you can do that without hands. There's ways. Writing stories is one of my other big artistic passions. Just writing fiction. So that's 100% what I would do if I didn't have arms.
Compartment isn't accurate
Okay, that's not bad. I'll go with that sketch for now. Alright, 2 out of 20. Easy. I know she wanted me to go with a style that makes the character look a bit young-ish, a little bit like Bast emotes. She didn't like the ones where I would sacrifice cuteness for expression. For example, something like this where I would go just exaggerating the expressions, adding what like eyeballs and stuff. She didn't want too much of that. So I have to make versions like this one in the bottom, where it's kind of a similar expression, but a little closer at least to the art style with just cute black eyes. I don't know. Less exaggerated. That's what I'm trying to go for. A little bit less emotes with big weird eye expressions with eyeballs. A bit more black eyes cuteness. That would be the focus. Next. Hey, this is good. This is going. I said 20, but I definitely don't need to do 20 today. Just, as long as I get something done. I know that I've been so not productive offline working the past 2-3 days. So I knew that if I managed to get myself to stream today, I would probably end up with more work done than if I didn't stream. That's the thing. As much as we distract each other, talk about topics, I end up doing more than off stream. It smells so good. What did Crystal make? It's time for a tiny break. Just a tiny break. Be right back.
need to love each other, Adrian. Yeah, Victor, man. Give them love on your best, man. Give them love, man.
Hi, did you guys see my body pillow? It's a friend of Crystal that sent us a body pillow. Oh my gosh, I'm so nostalgic of this song. Victor Wooten, the bass master. But yeah, you gotta see pillow in question. What the fuck? Where's the camera? Oh yeah, camera was off, so I need to do this and then that. Okay, so yeah, the pillow that Crystal's friend sent us. That's right.
Listen to the man play the bass.
That's right. I'm stuck sharing my bed
He put love
with this
in
guy
the music, man.
from Final Fantasy XIV, apparently.
Put more love in anything I do. Let us all sing together, my brothers.
La la la, la la la. So in other Crystal news, she wanted to have me try pierogies for the first time ever in my life. Like we bought frozen pierogies at Costco or something, but we lost the instructions on the box. So we thought, well, it's probably like any other frozen things that you just cook at high temperature for like 20 minutes until it's golden, right? So I waited until it was golden, and they were overcooked. Like the shell was hard, and the insides were out. And today she tried the other batch, less temperature and a shorter time, and somehow it came out the exact same way. And she was like, "I ruined the pierogies for you again." So I wrote it again on the list. I have no idea now how they're supposed to be cooked, because every other frozen food usually just high temperature. You know, like if you buy some little, I don't know, cheese sticks or potatoes or whatever, so it's gonna be similar amount of time in the oven. Pierogi, no, frozen pierogies. $100 175 Celsius. This this recipe says. Place frozen pierogies flat side down. 175. So that's what I thought. Since it didn't work at high temperature, I think it's something you need to cook at low temperature, which is unusual with things frozen. So 175. 15 minutes. So okay, note to self, frozen pierogies 175. You cook them at low temp. When you order pizza, you've become an NPC because you've just given an adventurer a fetch quest with promise of coin upon completion. It's not false. Next emote. Crap. So the dead emote. Am I using Mini Hana or the cat? I think it's gonna be Mini Hana. Which is hard because we're not there yet. The full design of this character. It's like a work in progress, but I guess I gotta do it now. The Wario pepperonis. That would be a good comment on that post. No drop frames today, very nice. Seems like our new connection has stabilized. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? The shot, don't bug on me. Fuck. I'm getting Adobe'd. What is going on? Photoshop, son. Can I draw again? Yeah, it works. When things stop working, punch them in the face and restart. Right? Okay. Been getting new Resident Evil titles for like 5 years in a row or 4 years. Not this year though, which is fine. I don't want them to rush titles. But the strat seems to have been like they work on the new main title while another team works on remakes, so that we get one game every year. New title, remake, new title, remake. Now that I think they're running out of remakes. They're working on Resident Evil 9 probably with which I think is going to be Ethan's daughter, as we saw in the ending. I loved Resident Evil 8. It's funny how it was the most Dark Souls Resident Evil. It was so influenced by Dark Souls. Can't hate! I love Dark Souls and I love Resident Evil. Yeah, Resident Evil 7, one of the best horror games of all time for me. I think it's the best. It's not the one I'm the most nostalgic about yet, but I think it's the best. Period. But yeah, Resident Evil 8 was fantastic, super fun, awesome game. I kind of agree with the guy that whined on Twitter about how the difficulty settings work in Resident Evil. That the game adapts to you if you're super careful to looting every single little bullets and like saving bullets the most, you know, the game doesn't reward you for that. They will just adjust to how much you have on you. So, but just waste your bullets around. You arrive at the boss, and in the boss room, they will adapt to that. They will give you in the boss room enough bullets to beat the boss, so that you're never stuck. But that ruins a lot of other things. Like, of course, you don't really want your players to be able to get soft locked because of lacking bullets, but that's how it was in the old games, right? Added the pressure the whole time to be careful with how you spend your ammunition.
Ripped jacket with the stains on
I kind of agree with this guy. It's a weird thing to do.
Wondering what it would feel like to have a purpose. He never had a childhood. Forced to parent his own parents like no child should. His father is a
I don't know if I agree with that system that they have. It made me realize, wow, I could have spent my bullets a lot more. A bit more careless, knowing that at the next boss I would get replenished or whatever.
And he sits behind me in class. One day I heard him crying from the back. Finally I turned around and I asked what was wrong. The first time I heard his voice, he said, all I know is pain. If this is life, what's the point? Show me where happiness is. His voice gloomy, he looked through me. He said, show me where happiness is. Desperateness in his face, I didn't know what to say. I couldn't think, show me where happiness is. Yeah.
Got a blank face, maybe just, yeah, looking dead inside but alive.
Like I don't even know. Yeah. Perfect makeup even though she don't need the extra touch. She was the girl that every other girl was jealous of. Silky hair, blue eyes, thin body with curves, but her new clothes only covered parts of it. She's almost looked at like a goddess to all. Attracts every pair of eyes when she walks through the hall, but she's likable too. She's not the one to gossip. Evident when you talk to her, she ain't ever pompous. Wealthy home filled with knowledge and newness. She was the youngest out of 3 book smart students, and her parents were so proud. Pride was all around her, but I always noticed something was a little off about her. She sits in front of me in class. One day I noticed heavy makeup on her wrist when she passed papers back. After class, I approached her and I asked about it. She said it don't mean I have it if I'm around it. Show me what happiness is. Damn. I looked into her eyes, I saw her for the first time. Show me what happiness is. I saw regret, she walked away in a sec. Her voice rang through my head, show me what happiness is. I watched her walk away, she became another face. What she say, show me what happiness is. And I just froze, like I don't even know. I don't know because I ask myself the same thing every single day, but every single answer has been vague. How come some appreciate the sun after the rain, while others just see the puddles as if nothing has changed? And as I watch people living a life I couldn't take, I wonder if they see a way out mentally. And as I watch people living a life I idolize, I wonder what they feel and what isn't seen. As I watch my whole family take pills for depression, I wonder what true happiness really means. I wonder if because I'm genetically predisposed to it, that is the reason I find myself feeling weak. Only sometimes in and out. I guess it's scarier when you don't have a reason to be feeling down. Sometimes I just am. Sometimes I just feel no one will ever understand. Sometimes I wanna cry, sometimes I wanna crush my family's so-called medication. Look in their eyes and tell them they don't need it as long as we just have each other. But then sometimes I watch them suffer. I just wonder where happiness is. Show me where happiness is.
This song reminds me of Wreckful a little bit for some reason. Wreckful. He wanted so much to be feeling normal and happy, but he had this insane brain disease of, well, I don't know how to, what it's called, but you know, bipolar depression, like super severe, and he couldn't do anything about it. He said he has absolutely no reason to be this depressed, but he is, and there's like nothing he could do about it. And he kept saying on stream, like, he knows he's so blessed, he has everything he wants, has an amazing community, amazing friends, amazing family, and he doesn't have to worry about money. And he thought maybe it's a purpose problem, maybe I don't know what my purpose is, and maybe that was a source of his depression, but he realized there's nothing out there to change his, like, how he feels. So it was part of him to feel like that. There was no solution. It's just the worst case of like this brain chemical imbalances that come with depression. So a change of mindset was never enough for him, which before I learned about all of this, I thought, you know, it was mindset could change a lot about your state of happiness for sure, which I'm sure it can work for some people, but that's like a disease. That's a disease you just can't do shit about. He needed a lot of care, the right medication that he could never have before it was too late. And it's crazy that even a rich person like him at the end could not afford like the place that he had to go to get proper care. So imagine anyone else suffering of stuff like that. They can't afford it. They just have to end it, you know? There's, yeah, it sucks. Stupid. Ain't it the news? Hi, Zybus. Thank you so much. I was going down a dark path talking about Wreckful and his depression problem. That, you know, it was a sad thing. And I just wish healthcare was free everywhere and well, necessary amenity, and that could go for mental healthcare too. That's it. Next topic. My day/week is great. Great, how is yours? Excited to get some work done, and then in the next few days we're gonna probably have a lot of Elden Ring. It's gonna be fun. New challenges for your life. I love that. That's what I live for. Trying to spice up and reach my goals. Amen. Amen, Boss. That's what I want for everyone. I was trying to analyze myself the other day. do that often, but why do some people like me like everything a bit more intense than the normal people? Why do I like metal music? Why do I like horror movies? And I watch so much fiction. I think it's all related to I'm a type of person that needs intensity. I need to feel things strongly and often, almost as if I'm addicted to the feeling. That's why you might see the extreme of that, which would be, you know, the type of artists that almost force themselves to be sad, go through breakups to feel something and to, you know, get motivated for their art. I don't know. It's a weird extreme, but I feel like some people, or maybe the daredevils are similar people too, in another extreme way. The people that need to do crazy challenges like climbing a certain mountain without equipment after practice, of course, but just to always be on that edge of, just to feel that feeling. The daredevils are addicted to that feeling, which is even more extreme than all of us, of course. But that's what it is. So I feel like, yeah, maybe artists like me might be some of those people too, who like to feel extreme emotions and things like that, vicariously through fiction and good TV shows, or with heavy music and heavy things. Yeah. Maybe I'm an old soul and I just want to feel alive constantly, and I just watch dramas and things that make me feel things. Polkit the Panda. Hello, welcome, thank you for the raid. Good evening, hope you had a good stream. Thank you, thank you. 2 years, 5 months. Whoa. It's a long time, Zaibas. But yeah, Zaibas, I'm glad that you're in a mood for some change, some spice, some challenges. I love how you put it with the word challenge. I love that. My whole life is about personal challenges. My whole life. So I encourage others to set challenges and go for it. How far am I? I'm halfway through the sketches. Well, I won't make all 89 sketches yet. There's a lot of ideas that my client hasn't listed yet, and some of them will be animations, so I'm gonna leave them for the very end of this commission. But for now, I have 20 more sketches to do. Well, 18 today, 18 more. Then I'll have to wait on her comments, and later next week probably we're gonna start coloring everything and polishing everything. So hopefully we're not too far away. So yeah, 18 more sketches, and that will be pretty much it for sketches for now. And then coloring and polishing phase next week. And later on we'll make the rest of the emotes and animations we didn't do. Big commissions, huh? And around that we play Elden Ring and have lots going on, so it's a busy part of the year for me. It's a good thing though. It's exciting. Got it. Exciting projects on the side. And lots of work. I guess it's a good problem. Thanks you guys for joining today. Like having some friends to hang out with while I do my conditions. Jesus, calm down, Ottawa. You're not freaking Baltimore. Jeez. Sometimes Ottawa likes to pretend they're the city with the most crime lords or something. They think they're Gotham City or something. Where's Batman? Maybe I can be Batman. I'm Batman. I was saying about how I want to feel strong emotions. Artist is during the day, Daredevil at night. The city needs me. Oh, that's a theme song for... Oh man, I hate that Marilyn Manson did everything he did. I hate when people I like do things and just become super mega cancelled, you know? Kevin Spacey and then Marilyn Manson, it hurt me. It sucks. Because then you're forced to like unappreciate the work that they did. It's annoying. Hi, Mitch. The highlight? Nah, definitely this stream. Just chatting. Just chatting with the friends. Feels nice. If I was doing this work offline today, I would have not been more productive. And we would not have these fun topics to talk about. Yeah, so even if it's just an emote stream today, just some sketches, just glad I went live. It's often like that, right? When you don't know if you want to go live, you end up going live and just have a blast. The community is awesome on Twitch. Yeah, it's always a highlight. How is your day, Mitch? Unboxing 15 games today. What the fuck? His stream and you unboxed 15 games during your stream. Physical copies? That's insane. Were they gifts from people or what? Or you bought the collector? Your wallet is not happy. Oh no. Well, that's a highlight. Completing 99% of your university work for the week. Oh yeah. Being done with that on Tuesday. Congrats, Mitch. Feels nice being productive. That's why today I'm not playing Elden Ring on stream and I'm just doing the work that I was dreading. It's a big overwhelming commission and it's a lot of work and I need all of my brain power to get into it. So I'm glad I did it. I will thank myself later today and tomorrow. Glad we're doing this today. And it's just even more fun doing it live. If only you could do your university problems live. While you're hanging out. That's a fun part about my job. Even my next jobs, like if I end up doing like just art for YouTube and stuff like that, or animation videos for YouTube, well, it's all stuff that I can do on my channel on Twitch, so it's pretty fun for that. Oh, pre-roll ads. Oh my gosh. This coffee machine. I love it so much. thing with my espresso machine, it costed me a lot, but it's something I use multiple times a day, and I have not stopped enjoying this coffee so much. I became a coffee lover. I love refined things, a good scotch, a good wine, good beer, and it's the same with coffee. At first, I just had regular drip coffee. I evolved to French press, um, and eventually this amazing uh, espresso machine. And it's just so good. I like that it's a taste that I'm not getting annoyed with over time. It's just good quality every time. The fun part is that you can make different drinks with an espresso machine. If you're bored of just raw espresso, you can make an americano, you can make a latte, you can make a cappuccino. Artists live off of coffee. Yeah, I would say that for anyone that just works a desk job, which, every freelancer or people working at home or in an office. As soon as I started this office type of life, I got into coffee. It's a fun routine. It's fun to have small, comfortable routines. And coffee can definitely be one of them. It's bad for people if they can't stop going for more and more and more and more. This kind of person, who's literally a type, they start drinking coffee, it becomes like such a dangerous addiction. They can't be reasonable. Yeah, you have to be reasonable. Coffee is still some drug. It's a very mild drug, but you don't want to overdo it. But yeah, just have about the same amount of coffee, really, like one americano or latte, depending on the day. And I finished the day with a few like raw espressos, like a double shot. I think I do about 3. I mean, it ends up being like a lot. Let me see. My espressos are like a double shot. So that's 2 shot, 2 shot, 2 shot, and then 2 shots in my Americanos. Whoa, it's like 8 shots of espresso per day. It's fine. I love it. Hey, not emotes. That's nearly impossible. Every possible slot out. Yeah, absolutely. This is for Bnans. It's, Shroud's partner. Yeah, it's every possible slot out there. You get bits emotes tier 1, 2, 3, animated emotes tier, and follower emotes. That's many emotes. She didn't fill the whole list yet. We're still missing like 15 emotes, so we don't know yet what it's gonna be. So I'm just starting with sketching the ones we know that are gonna happen. I might end up coloring them, finishing this, and the rest will just be an extra batch. Because it's overwhelming to make this much at once. And I don't know what she's gonna wear for that emote. Sometimes I stalk my clients' Instagram just to see what clothing style they have. And that's what I did a lot for Eugenia Cooney. I went into her old Instagram pictures, all her modeling pictures, and I use a lot of those different clothes. Like every emote had a different clothing style, and it's nice for that. Bnans. Instagram. It's a necessary business purchase. my espresso machine. It's so worth it. I mean, I obviously already paid it off in just like, I've been having it since when? January? No. Shit, I don't even know. Was it last year's purchase? My January purchase was my tablet, so yeah, just time flies, I don't even know. But yeah, I think I bought it last year, my espresso machine. And imagine how much money it would be of Starbucks, for example, all of these coffees. I'm sure it already paid my machine in just a few months. Imagine how much money I saved in my life by not having a daily Starbucks, not having a daily paid lunch somewhere. You know, so many people work in an office and for lunch they go spend money. Imagine that money, like, take that out of your paycheck every day. It's a lot. It means that there's probably 1 or 2 hours of your work per day that are spent for lunch. It's a sad thing. Or people that smoke. It's just these daily expenses, they add up so much. They kind of waste your hard work. Yeah, restaurants, it's insane. People that go to the restaurant every day during work. Oh boy. It's not the same if it's like your employer that buys food and stuff. But yeah, if you spend your paycheck, your own money. The biggest scam, office sandwiches? What do you mean by that? The one you pay for? So, thanks to my mom, she turned me into a lunch guy, someone who would make his own lunch. So even when I was working at some factory 10 years ago, I was still making my own lunch at home in the morning, thanks to my mom. She made me like that. Good habit. Thank you, Mom. Yeah, she always made me a homemade lunch all my childhood, so I did that myself too later on. At some point, she was making me make my own lunch in high school. It's a good habit. So I never really spent much money. Yeah, that's why I'm able to save these days. Saving money for the home. Hey, we love a good mother that gave us, they give us a hard time to develop good habits. Yeah, good habits are important. Like the way that my parents got me into exercising. They're such a sportsy duo, my parents. They travel their whole life, like doing bike traveling. They would go to France with their bikes in the plane with their luggage. And they would just travel like that. They would always use their bike. It's pretty impressive. But yeah, they were so sportsy that obviously since a young age they forced me to accompany them in bike rides or cross country skiing, alpine skiing, all kind of different stuff like that. At first, I would whine a lot. Doing a long bike distance with my family when I didn't feel like it. But now, me and my sister, it's the biggest thing that we thank them for. Because we obviously know how hard it is for most people to get into daily exercising or even weekly exercising, right? It's so hard later in life to develop these healthy habits. So when you have parents that force you into them when you're younger and then you thank them later because now I love sports. I need my daily exercising. Thanks to them.
We love.
But thank you so much, Mitch. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the sub. Dami, love to you too. It's very nice of you. I appreciate it. The triangle ones that they sell you for big premium. Ooh boy, that sounds like a big office scam. I tend to take 5 minutes to make it home. Absolutely. Less than 5 minutes, yeah. Yeah, so obviously, you know, the day before, you know, just before bed, you should make your lunch, put it in the fridge, leave with it in the morning. That's the trick. It would always be a big ass sandwich. Maybe that's why I'm such a sandwich guy these days, like my mom. I love sandwiches. You know, how many times in your life you get asked, what's your favorite food? I think I always lied without knowing. I think I always said something like sushi or pizza. But when it comes down to it, if I was forced to eat one meal my whole life, or one type of meal, maybe I should say sandwich. Then I would have submarine type of sandwich. I would have club sandwiches. I would have maybe burritos, shawarmas. Come on! Every type of sandwich is so good. I love sandwiches so much. They're the best thing in the world. I think I realized that. You know what? Yeah, it sounds like the cheapest thing to do, the easiest thing to do, so it's not on our mind when we think about what's our favorite food. Yeah. Sandwiches. Now you're hungry for sandwiches. Yeah, sandwiches are great. And yeah, cooking, one of the best skills anyone can learn. So true. It's so rare now. So rare. Like, I haven't had a relationship in my life where my partner would enjoy cooking. I like cooking, and it's just a me thing. It's becoming such a rare thing to learn. It's like if you go to America, I think especially in America, it's becoming a very rare thing. You grew up in a family where your parents are just gonna order food a lot because it's easy and quick. So you become someone who orders food a lot because it's easy and quick, and you didn't really learn to cook before. I look at these streamers with their cooking streams, and they're not level 1 cook at all. They just go from heating up a TV dinner to making a cooking stream. I just face palm the whole time watching that. The way they manipulate their eggs and the way they make so many mistakes just when reading the instructions because they just don't know the basics. And I'm like, it's good content though because they're so bad at it. But yeah, it is a good skill to learn. Because then you don't have to order shit food all the time, spend more, and be unhealthy. You're always hungry for a sandwich. Me too, dude. The only reason I'm not eating sandwiches 3 times a day right now, I think it's just like carbs, calories, because I'm still going for the weight loss right now. And speaking of bread, speaking of sandwiches, the golden dish. I bought 2 days ago my first loaf pan. I'm finally going to make my own bread at home. Yeah. I mean, I love cooking. I have a tiny kitchen. Hopefully, well, not hopefully, but you know, soon when we get the next home, I'll get an awesome kitchen. I'll be very happy. Till then, we cook here. We just do what we can with this tiny kitchen. I bought a loaf pan. I love bread. You know, I always try to get some nice sandwich bread up there. And I freeze them in my freezer. Well, just making it at home, it would smell good. You know, I would also freeze it or whatever, pre-slice it. But just making my own sandwich bread and trying a bunch of different recipes, It sounds like a really fun thing that I want to get into. I'll be a bread guy for a while and see if I enjoy it. I'm sure I will. Imagine making a sandwich out of a fresh bread. Comes out of the oven. Huh? Yeah, so I'm gonna make my first bread next week. I bought the ingredients already, the yeast and everything. I'm just waiting on my pan that arrives next week. Gotta build a solid foundation before you should start learning the next step in anything. I grown up. Grown. That's a funny tense. Post-communism, Poland. Very interesting. I've become so intrigued about the culture of these countries and history recently. I'm really trying to learn more about your countries and the history and everything that happened since the war. Super interesting. In a small town, so we didn't have food delivery. Or even microwave food. Whoa! So it took a while to comprehend the modern food culture. Did you eventually move to like a modern city? Or did the technology reach you in your small town? So interesting. So you grew up in an environment where you didn't even have a microwave yet. Wow. And I pretend to be a badass for having grown up in an environment without the internet, being the last generation to grow up without the internet. And I talk about that. You didn't even have a microwave. That's even hella of a story. Better than me. Imagine going from no microwave to Twitch. Yeah, so the technology reached you guys eventually. That's amazing. Do you like Poland still? Do you like living in Poland? I don't know how it is over there, like the culture, the government, if talking about quality of living. I'm very curious. I don't know much about Poland. This playlist, right, Roll? Nostalgic. Oh yeah, I was looking for the clothes. I was gonna peep on her Instagram. Let's see. Some long sleeve shirts, some tank tops. I'm gonna go for a long sleeve. This is such a chibi design. I don't like making chibis look too sexy. Doesn't fit. I prefer a chibi with like a little long sleeve shirt. You know what? I think it's a good enough sketch. What about the hair though? We're going for this style. The flower though. Would be nice to show the flower, but it would be on the wrong side unless I flip the emote. Be awkward to show it this side. Maybe I'll just leave myself a note to maybe add the flower. Just a normal European country. 90s were a bit rough. Yeah, seems like it. The modern tech was not yet reaching the area just in the 90s. It's not so long ago. So it's been a country in high development probably then for the past 30 years. She looks Christian. Oh my god. Reminds me of the movie Stigmata. Did you see that? It's so weird. I'm such a giant movie nerd and a series nerd, but it's not something I actively can talk about for days on Twitch. Because the Twitch community generally don't share that big obsession of mine or deep passion of mine for like TV stuff. It's something that I might keep for eventually a second channel on YouTube where I would talk about my this side of me. It's weird. For example, I'm the biggest horror nerd. I could see myself making some kind of a review channel for horror and maybe make it artsy at the same time. I don't know. But I don't know if I would do that on my main channel. I would love to discuss that though. I think I'm a good source. I would be a good reference for opinions on horror movies.
Pain on play repeating. With the backup makeshift life in waiting. Everybody says time heals everything. But what of the wretched hollow? The endless in between. Are we just going to wait it out? There's nothing to see here now. Turning the sign around. We're close to the earth till further notice. A stumbling cliched case, crumpled and puffy faced, and dead in the stare of 1,000 miles. All I want, only one street level miracle. I'll be an out and out, born again from none more cynical. Everybody says
You know, technology is crazy.
the time is
It's crazy. I'm sure you've all seen that talk, but it's crazy that the technology went from like this for like 2,000 years or so, and then woo, in the past 30 years, and it's not stopping. It's just the curve is literally going freaking backwards right now. It's just so intense how fast our technology is improving in so few years now. I can't even imagine what it's gonna be in 40 years when I'll be super old. I think at this rate, in 100 years, we'll know how to reverse aging. And then it's just gonna be fucked up. I always wonder how it would be. Obviously, they would not release something like that to the public. You know? It would be something for elites. Like Elon Musk and Trump would have access to that kind of shit. To stop aging. It's not something they would give to the population because then we would grow overpopulated in just one generation. It would be the end of the world. So yeah, there's very low chance for us to benefit of a anti-aging solution. But you know what? People that are gonna live like 300 years in the future, it's very dystopian. Um, it reminds me of the Greek dilemma of you know how the gods were jealous of humans for having a finite life. And their arguments are so real. It would not necessarily, we would not live a better life if we live 1,000 years. There's something about having a finite life and living life a bit more intensely, knowing that we can die, that has more value to just being, I don't know, living the most dull life ever. Or longer. What I'm saying is, yeah, even if in 200 years people can live 300 years, they might not have it better than us. Some things will be better, something will be worse, and I think that's the case for every generation. Some things are better, some things are much worse. We have it awesome right now for so many reasons. We still have access to nature, we still have a lot of freedoms. We can probably do 100 things that we won't be able to do in 200 years. And maybe some things will be better then. They'll have freaking sex robot dolls that look like human, you know? They'll just have things that they can exploit more. But a lot of other things will be awful compared to now. And I think it's the same for right now. Like 200 years ago, I'm sure a lot of things were nice. You know, everything would be more personal. You would go in a bar, it would just be a live band, it would meet people, dance, and there would be no disconnection from that the internet added or whatever. Positives and negatives. They'll have Skyrim on the microwave. What the fuck? Thank you all, Hail Donald Trump asking. Thanks for coming to our TED Talk today. Interesting. All right. Why are you mod baiting like that, bro? No hate to you. Just a little in a trolling mood right now. Just mod baiting. Hey, Christopher. We don't need airplanes when we have fast travel and horse glitches. True. Fast travel. That is something we always need. That's always something to focus on for improving quality of life for the next years, you know? I keep thinking like that, like shit, I could really benefit from super fast travel from my area to Montreal instead of, like, you know, it takes like an hour to do that, like 100-something kilometer, and then the last little drive to enter Montreal takes like a whole hour, just because of the traffic and the old roads that are too small for how many people there are now. It's frustrating. We need like this improved fast travel. Like, I don't know, some subways, you know, some trains, underground trains that would just go from everywhere to everywhere super fast. That would be awesome. This is weird, I am not seeing.
To freedom, broken and worn, but they once kept on in the moonlight, the moonlight. I can only wish that one day we'll find the one to keep. The journey is an endless one to the same love, the same love.
Is he still... Wait, what did you guys say? I'm talking to chat. That's what we do when we're live. No, I'm not talking to someone else on voice or something. You guys were saying that person I timed out was still posting and I was not seeing it. It was really weird, so I perma'd him. Okay. Next. IQ emote /smart/5 head. That's hard. I don't know which one she would enjoy the most. That's vague. Not a fan. Wait, let me see. IQ smart 5 head. Okay, I've seen many times. I don't know which one I prefer. Not the biggest fan of the enhanced brain type, at least not on a human character. If it's from a cat, I can't pass. No, I think I like the one where, you know, like that meme pointing to the brain. I might go for that. A little smug face pointing to the brain like it's smart. I'm being smart. You can't add glasses if you need, if it's not explicit enough. Hi Marts! Good evening, good evening. Maybe Christopher is onto something. Maybe I'm imagining all of you. And I'm just talking to people that don't exist, but they exist in my brain. Maybe you guys exist in my brain only. That's trippy. Doing fantastic, Marks. How are you? I'm getting hungry. And I've only done 3 sketches. Hey! It's fine though. My goal will actually be like 10 emotes. So I will end when I make about 10. But that would mean making 10 more tomorrow on stream instead of playing Elden Ring. Or that could mean me playing Elden Ring anyway and just doing the rest offline. Yeah. Yeah, I really want to get going with Elden Ring and finishing it soon. To open up some days every week to work hard on that new project. It's gonna feel good. Yeah, it's gonna feel good. So let's stream Elden Ring tomorrow. And I'll finish the rest of the sketches offline during the evening or whatever. I'm not done for today. Just to be clear, I'm not done for today. Let's sketch more. Okay, so now I know which expression I want for the smart. It's gonna be the pointy thing. But which mascot am I using? The mini girl or the cat? Pizza always sounds good. God damn it. Nice. Thinking pizza. That sounds good, Marts. Treat yourself. Yeah, me, I'm just heavily on that weight loss mode, so pizza is a little out of the question for now.
This town ain't changed, still the same. This town ain't changed, and it knows my name.
Oh, thanks, Marts. The dummy pop. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a lot of time to work on my own stuff, but yeah, this one turned out pretty fun. I'm just glad I freed up a slot basically by animating the popcorn. I like it. It's like sassy and cute, like a slow eating popcorn. Okay, how many emotes do I want with Mini Hannah? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 with the ayaya. It's not bad. We wanted 7. We want like around 10. 10 emotes with her girl mascot.
Like a river breaking stone beneath the ground. We are the future, we are bound.
Smart emote. Which mascot? Have I ever made a smart emote with the finger pointy? Mark.
I still remember all the ways you took me down.
Oh, I made one a long time ago.
This godforsaken
It's exactly what I want.
like a river
For Sangzira.
stone.
Sangzira, my work for Sangzira is such a deep cut. Because she was always like a, well, when I made her emotes, she was a very small streamer, but she still requested like a shit ton of emotes. I don't remember how much, but it was one of the biggest commissions ever in one batch. And every emote was a different dog. And for some reason, even though it was so long ago, I've done such a great work on that gig. They're still some of my best emotes. It's funny. So sometimes I still go back to them for reference. And she said I meet her at each TwitchCon, and she said she still hasn't found the need to ever switch them or change them or have more emotes. She spent so much on this giant badge like years ago, and she's been set ever since. It's really funny. But again, for some reason, they were some of my best work. Alright. I think I'll do something with the cat. Similar expression. Tilting down. Alright, Roll, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. It was fun. Have a good one. That will be the base sketch, but I will polish it later. Smug cat that points at his brain. Something like that. Alright, not bad. I'm slow as fuck. That's still nice. We're doing some work. We're making about 10 for the girl, 1,000,000 for the cat, but there's a second cat that will get about 3 emotes just to exist. So as long as I have around 10 with the girl. So it's mostly the cat. Okay. Fact. Fact. Okay, I don't know what she means by fact, so I'm gonna go on Twitter. Fact.
You got a fast car. I want to take it to anywhere. Maybe we can make a deal. Maybe
Okay.
together we can get somewhere.
It's based on an emote that she already has.
Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. But me, myself, I got nothing to prove.
Welcome, welcome.
You got a fast car. And I got a plan to get us out of here. Been working at the convenience store. Managed to save just a little bit of money. Won't have to drive
What
too
did she
far.
say?
Just across the border and into the city. You and I can both get jobs and finally see what it means to be living.
One hand up in the air, looking shocked. Looking like she's saying something. Okay, okay.
See, you got a fast car, but is it fast enough so we can fly away? We gotta make a decision.
It's hard to stream with my Twitter blowing up like that for no freaking reason today. Last time my Twitter blew up was with the drama thing 2 weeks ago. Now it's just because Ray replied to my tweet. And Ray is so popular that by just replying to my meme or tweet, I'm almost at 5,000 interactions or likes. Jesus. So crazy how popular she is and how people are following all of her like tweets and reactions. Woo. But it was really cute yesterday when she was on her stream talking about my emotes and how much she still loves them, and you know, she was going through them to find which emote they'll try to add on r/place. And yeah, it was like wholesome to hear. And she still called me by my name instead of like my emote artist, you know. I appreciate Ray. She's a wholesome, very, very large creator. Alright, what's next? What's next? Sketches left. Fact. Yeah, okay, we're doing this one next. Okay, okay.
I had a feeling that I belong, and I had a feeling I can be someone, be someone, be someone.
Really, Slight Neon? you so much. I appreciate it. You like my word. That means a lot to me. Always does. And welcome to the stream. Just hanging out today, trying to blast some commissions before I go back to playing some Elden Ring tomorrow. I really have to try to finish the game soon to free up some days a week to go work on my awesome new project on YouTube. Gonna animate a big video about Elden Ring, like a big parody, and it's gonna take so much time that I need to either finish this huge commission or finish Elden Ring. So I'll finish Elden Ring this weekend and this week. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So yeah, we also have this giant 80-something emotes batch to clear. It's gonna take a while though. It's not gonna be instant because I need to wait for my client's comments sometimes, and she still needs to choose the colors of this mascot. So, right, I'm just trying to save time with doing all of the sketches of the ideas that are available to me. Alright. You're tempted. It's funny because these From Software games now, the Souls series are becoming so popular. It's attracting more and more people to join the fandom that is usually a niche little fandom. But these games are so not for everyone though. They require a lot of patience. But I think a lot of people that have never played a Dark Souls game would enjoy it. Once you get that it's absolutely normal to just die over and over again. And it's about getting rewarded for your hard work, for your patience. It becomes a very awesome game. What? Sly Neon? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the support. It's very nice of you. What? Okay, it's been a while since we had like this kind of support. Jeez, thank you so much. I'm wondering if I know any of these people that got some subs. Medallion, oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much for a huge support, Slyneon. Just came out of nowhere. Ready to throw some love at my channel. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you for saying that I influenced the emote world a little bit. It's very nice. It's nice to hear. I've been making emotes for so long. But not, there's so many emote artists now that not everybody knows about me, even if I've been there a long time. It's very nice to hear from you. So you make brands. Make brands and emotes already. Are you a graphic designer? A branding agency. That's awesome. Then you make emotes on the side. That's super fun. Well, congrats on your branding agency. That sounds awesome. I love it. I love our jobs. Everything around freelancing or having a company or just graphic design, illustration. We're so blessed with the internet world. Really changed my life. In 2015, my whole life changed around overnight. Well, overnight when I made the plunge to become a freelancer, but it was definitely because of a whole year and a half of making emotes for some streamers. In the very beginning, when emotes were just memes and faces, right? Like picture faces. So it was, yeah, it was the absolute beginning. I've been here since the beginning. It's crazy. With Ugu Bear, and we were making some of the first like cartoon-based emotes. Not everyone knows that, unfortunately, but some people do, and I appreciate that. Hi, Justin, you're back. Yeah, I'm glad you like your job. It's fantastic. Once you're able to generate other small jobs and start working in the field of your dreams, even if at first it's for low wage, but as long as you survive with that, it's such a win. And then you can just improve. So that first year I was living in a tiny apartment that was super cheap in Montreal, super decrepit, like really old, shitty apartment. But the fact that I was living alone and it was so cheap, it was a great opportunity to start that little business of mine. Montreal! Oh my god! That's awesome! I live in Ottawa right now. I live in Ottawa, but I'm definitely from Quebec. I grew up in the town right next to Ottawa, actually, like Gatineau. And I spent over 10 years living in Montreal, and all of my friends are still there, so I still go visit Montreal very often. And me and Crystal, my girlfriend, we might end up moving closer to Montreal. Not in Montreal, because I want a house. Not a condo, I want a house. And we work from home, both of us, we're streamers and stuff, so we definitely can live like in the suburbs and just drive in Montreal to see our friends. He came to Montreal for working with that stuff. Yeah, it's a good idea. It's a good hub for that for sure. I have so many many actually designers and graphic artists around me and my family and stuff. And old friends. They all work in Montreal. Definitely a hub for artists and video game designers. I failed at joining the video game industry in the past. I mean, I was not as qualified as I would be today, but now that I have this job, with all of the control that I have, I don't want to work for a company. I mean, I don't want to work like for a video game company or anything like that. My ideals definitely changed since now I just want to be an artist / content creator, grow my YouTube channel, make everything I ever dreamed of, because I have this freedom of being my own boss. It's hard to beat. It's so freaking hard to beat. The only reason someone in my position would want to go work in the industry, it's if you have this dream of having your name in a game, in a video game, you know. And I get that. For some people, it's just their lifelong dream to be part of the creation of a video game. well, as funny as it is to say, I actually have my name on some video games. I've made about 3 full mobile games with a company I started years ago with just my programmer friend. We were just 2 of us. We created an actual legit company, an indie game company, in like 2012. And I made 3 mobile games. I'm still proud to say that I've done that. It's too bad that these games are not on the Android and Apple market anymore. First of all, for Apple, you need to pay every year to keep it up. And even on Android, you need your app to be fitting on the new shapes of phones today. They change over the years, so you need to like reformat your game to fit on those new phones. So we would need to go back to editing the format of our games to put it back on Android. I would love to do that though sometime. Just so that they're still accessible so we can still download them on our phones. Yeah, at least I did that. It was nice. And that's how I got back into art after many years of being a musician. That's how I got back to art, Twitch, and everything. Very worthwhile. We learned so much making those video games. We learned how hardcore it is though to be in the video game field. Holy shit. As an employer or an employee, it's a crazy field. You need to be there absolutely out of passion because it's a grind. What am I doing? Where's my... My tablet is so big, it's in the way. I treated myself with this giant tablet this year. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed it in Montreal. I really enjoyed my 10 years in Montreal. I would have enjoyed them more if I was living as comfortably as I am right now. You know, I had no money, I had toxic relationship, I was working minimum wage shitty jobs. So as much as I loved this city, my time there was hard. I wish it had been different, but that's how it was. And now it's too late. Like, I wouldn't want to move back to Montreal to live the little young man apartment life anymore. Like, I've done that. Now I just want a nice, comfy, big house with many rooms and streaming in my backyard, you know, during summer. Like, I'm in my late 30s now, so actually want a bit more comfort in my lifestyle now. If I could freeze time, sure, I would totally go live another friggin' 10 years in a shitty apartment in Montreal next to my friends. But it's not the case anymore. So yeah, the next step will be to buy a home and still visit Montreal a lot. I would live the Montreal life as a visitor. Mm-hmm. It's so true when you work for yourself. You just don't really count the hours you work a lot. But it's only for yourself, so for your own benefit. So it's nice. It's rewarding. No. Wait. I've done some. I feel like more and more I'm getting opportunities to work for actual real agencies. Because agencies, you know, they don't always hire illustrators, professional illustrators. They are mostly all graphic artists. So, like, the sister of my brother-in-law reached out recently. They're like, we don't have an illustrator that does like manga stuff like you do, so we could hire you. And they pay obviously really well compared to the Twitch people. Twitch people don't know the value of things outside in the real world. It's funny. They wanted me to make a character for a big brand of Japanese veggies or something. Like you would go in the grocery store, pick up that frozen bag of vegetables, and there would be my logo on it, my cartoon character. But she hasn't replied to me. I don't know if they found someone else. But they noticed that I had the skill set for that. It might open up future opportunities. It's funny. So, yeah, through family, you know, people. I like that as an artist. You don't need much of a CV, you know. Your work speaks for itself. Your own portfolio that you made yourself. So these professionals out there, they look at my website. No matter if I'm a family friend or anyone, they look at my work and it speaks for itself. It's like, well, that's exactly what we need. This skill set. We're gonna pay for it. I love that so much. Same thing. Twitch themselves reached out to me 2 years ago. They said, we all love your work in the design team. I was like, what? Twitch noticed me? That's awesome. Yeah, so a lot of their designers apparently like my work and they vouched for me when they needed to hire another artist for some outside little gig. So I made some little work for Twitch that's on my portfolio. Just like, you know, it's parts of Twitch that are working on new sides of the platform. You know, they add a new feature like the channel point system. They were working on that. They needed an artist to make some icons, logos, and icons and basic default art that people could upload. Anyway, yeah. So I made a big batch of like 40 little drawings in a week for them. It was nutty. But now I'm in their system, and since then, once in a while they reach out. They're like, "Hey, do you want to do this for us?" That's awesome. It's cool, and it gave me connections. It made me be on a Zoom type of call with some Twitch staffs, and we talked, and we bonded by working together. I love that. I love that this work is just really cool for meeting people in the fields that I love. Maybe in the future it's going to be, I don't know, video game company, maybe anything. I love that. It opens up fun doors that I don't even need because, you know, I don't need more work. I'm always very lucky to have so much work around Twitch. But everything else, I see them as just nice opportunities when they come out, just to branch out in the real world a little bit and also get different connections. It's nice. Like new people, just my network expanding. Thank you. Yeah, I feel like illustration is the doctorate of the design world. You know? Am I right? It's the It's like, I feel like it's the highest skill cap of like design world that you need to just keep pursuing for years and years and years and years and years to master. And some people just like that, going that extra step. The same people that instead of being a nurse, they would keep pushing the medicine to become a doctor. I guess I'm that type of person in the art world. I just started late. I started late pursuing art as a job, so I'm catching up by working so much and practicing so much. Some people make the decision to become artists when they're 20. That was a little later than that for me. So I'm still studying, working hard for that. The purple emotes? Yeah! You do remember those? Yeah, if you see them on my portfolio, under the screen, there might be a link for portfolio, and then you click on the emotes portfolio, and you wait an hour for it to load because it's a million images. And yeah, the purple one for Twitch, yeah. I think they were nice. They were emote-like. All that with their style, their purple theme that they wanted with Twitch.
Suicide a month before I met you. Deep regrets, I never could forget you. Somehow you made your way to my decade. Ayo, 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 my girl. In the sun, I see you with your guard down. Number one, you're moving to a hard town. Do not dismiss the promise that you made me.
I'm still figuring out the art style for this character, the hairstyle.
On the sheet is everything that you spilled. We are the ones you want to know right now. Ayo, 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 black light. Come again to murder your report card. Just a friend to kiss you in the courtyard. You are the one I want to be stuck with. Ayo, 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 big bad flavor song. Way too young. Slave to none. Way too young. Say goodbye, my love. I can see it in your soul. Say goodbye, my love. Thought that I could make you whole. Let your lover sail. Death was made to fail.
Nice, thank you. Yeah, it's fun to have Twitch in my portfolio. They haven't reached out in a while. I know I was charging a little too much for what they wanted. Which is not that much, you know, it's just, I don't know, as a company, for some reason, their budget for emote artists is not very high. But just what we've done for them is pretty nice to have done, and like I said, I met some Twitch staffs. They follow me on Twitter. It's just great contacts to have. Makes me happy. It's okay because I wouldn't have time. I have many personal projects. I wouldn't really have time for doing a lot of Twitch gigs on the side. It would stress me out. But I've done like 2 or 3 gigs for Twitch. It's been nice. because I was in touch with the Twitch staff and the design team. Um, and she was the one giving me a lot of jobs from Twitch. She reached out recently. She quit Twitch, and she's working for another company that was with trying to push esports for schools and stuff like that. Interesting. It's crazy. It's crazy the diverse worlds that are collapsing on me now that I can just work with. It's awesome. Like a lot of potential clients are reaching out to me, and obviously I can't take them all, unfortunately, but it's crazy that they find me. And they're all opportunities I could take if I could. What's the latest one? She said she's from Montreal, which is, whoa! She said she's she's working with animals, or I forgot, a veterinarian or something. She wants to start a big YouTube channel about that. Wanted me to work on her brand, but I have a lot going on right now. But those are fun, just connections to make if you have the opportunity. Because when you work with someone in this space, it creates a nice contact. Someone that can even become a friend sometimes. And I cherish that a lot. Just too bad I don't have enough time to work with everyone. What am I doing with this emote? That's so true, Neil. This has happened, yeah. Often, actually, especially with my emo clients. Yeah, and there's a lot of value to having a good brand on Twitch. And that means that they end up thinking, well, the extra spendings are actually worth it. And it is. Then you get more subs, and it pays itself off easily.
you take, I'll be watching you every single day, and every word you say, every game you play, every night you
Being an illustrator, it's rewarding sometimes, but as an illustrator, you're never satisfied with your work forever. It's a curse. I'm always proud of what I do, but I'm never 100% satisfied with it. It's part of the package deal of being an illustrator, I guess. It's just like Bob Ross says, you know, the day that you're fully satisfied with your work, you might as well stop and quit painting, whatever. Because you need to have the mindset of constantly improving. And constantly having something to improve on. That's Alina! Hi, Lena! Welcome back! Thank you so much for the sub!
Refuses to elaborate, leaves again while shouting compliments at you. Lie, you're cool and insane for making so many emotes.
and every vow you break, every smile you fake, every claim you stick, I'll be watching you.
Like, okay. Oh, wait, so you're leaving again? And you refuse to elaborate? Oh my god. Fair enough, fair enough. Off you go, Lena. Thank you for the sub and the support. I appreciate you. Thanks, Selah. Thanks again. Thank you, Lina. See you soon. Ooh, like that. Little body language. All right. Well, just set this up like that. Yeah, not bad. Can definitely fix the hair once we figure out what the hair is gonna be like. I use her references from other artists when they created some OC for her, but it's still a work in progress.
Every single day, and every word you say, every game you play, every night you stay, I'll be watching you.
There. All right. It's 5 sketches out of 20. We did so good. It's fine. It's going as long as it's going. Okay. So what's left? About 8 emotes, I guess. 8 sketches. The rest is just kind of ideas that I need to inquire about to my client. A shroud emote. Oh yeah, there's a chance that I make Shroud's whole channel revamp too after that. I was not supposed to take much new clients this year, but Bnans came with a great opportunity. I had to take it. And then, you know, Bnans is Shroud's partner. So there's a chance that after this giant gig, I have another one to make for Shroud, but it will be later this year with less pressure, so I think that's also another opportunity that I can't really skip on. I mean, it would be a pleasure. They are super nice to work with so far. It's just overwhelming. It's a very tough gig to do. It's hard to manage work around like a 90 emotes commission. It's a lot. But we can do this. I think my goal will be to... I'm finishing Elden Ring, I'm finishing this, then I'm taking a few months to, like 2 months to just clear my whole animation video I want to make for YouTube. And once that's out, I could do Shroud. Okay, I'll take a mini break and figure out if I have enough juice to keep going with more sketches. Sketching is the hard part. It's the whole design phase of an emote. So we're definitely working on the hard part now, which is nice. But I'll be right back.
Six a.m. day after Christmas. I throw some clothes on in the dark. The smell of cold, car seat is freezing. The world is sleeping, I am numb. Up the stairs to her apartment. She is balled up on the couch. Her mom and dad went down to Charlotte. They're not home to find us out. And we drive. Now that I've found someone, I'm feeling more alone. they call her name at 7:30. I pace around the parking lot. And I walk down to buy her flowers and sell some gifts that I got. Can't you see? It's not me you're dying for. Now she's feeling more alone than she ever has before. She's a brick and I'm drowning slowly off the coast and I'm headed nowhere. She's a brick and I'm drowning slowly. As weeks went by, it showed that she was not fine. They told me, son, it's time to tell the truth. And she broke down, and I broke down, 'cause I was tired of lying.
It seems like it might be wise for me to save my energy, especially if I want to stream Elden Ring many days this week. I would have to keep working after dinner, but offline. It's a lot of energy to spend designing these things while being live. It's a lot. We love the art streams though, but yeah, I'll go finish these offline later this week and today. But guys, today was awesome. I'm glad I went live with a little art stream and hung out. We had some deep topics. It was a lot of fun. Sly, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs today and subscribing yourself and discussing. Was awesome. Appreciate you a lot. Hope to see you here again. And yeah, guys, I think I will be sorry, did talk a lot, especially if you're the only one in the chat still entertaining me. No, that's awesome. Yeah, I should be live tomorrow with some Elden Ring or art, but hopefully Elden Ring. All right, so yeah, should be live tomorrow. So I hope to see you guys then. Have a good evening. I'm gonna go die now. Thanks again, Sly. Love you guys. Bye bye.